Gist with Jolly. Bringing you hot and direct gist. From the Nollywood, subscribe and turn notification bell.
Hi, welcome back again to this channel. This is Nolly Direct. This review of Forever Us, I was trying to ask myself if I should do a review or not. But I said, okay, let me just do the review since I have the pictures already on my phone. I don't know how many of us have seen it. Forever Us, streaming on Uche TV. Betrayal, Fayo and Sonia and Bryan, they did amazing work. And you know that this is first, I don't know if it is the first, but when I went to the comment section of this movie, I saw a Bryan, someone writing this my ever first movie, but I don't know if it is Bryan. But if he's not, he was the executive producer to this movie. And I know this movie we have seen, like, was it since last year? We saw it at Sonia Uche's BTS on her channel, but we didn't know the name until now that it dropped. And we're thinking that it is a production of Sonia Uche, but no, it was actually the production of Bryan Okwara. And this movie is very interesting. And this Bryan Okwara did an amazing job on this movie. It's all talked about Sonia Uche being a second time she married her first husband, but her first husband was a kind of a nuisance. The way he displayed from the beginning of the movie to the end displays that he's kind of a nuisance. How will I put it? Did I just say nuisance? Well, I would just say he's a kind of psychopath kind of man, behaving weird and very unnecessarily annoying, displaying all manner of annoying kind of things. And I guess that was exactly the character of this man was what put Sonia Uche off in that first marriage. And then he kind of is never serious with his life and all that. And now at the end of the day, Sonia Uche married, it showcased that Sonia Uche married his second husband being Bryan, and the first time she married, she never saw the love was not there, the man was not treating her very well, and then they broke up, having a girl child. She had her child on her first marriage, but Bryan married her secondly and then adopted the daughter and showered her with love that she never saw on her first marriage. The love that Bryan showed to Sonia in this movie, I had always said if Bryan can be this lovely in movies, then this is how marriage should be in reality. I understand. And do you know one thing I love Bryan for is that he's always showing this respectful man who is always wanting his marriage to work. That has always been his plays on movies, and I hope this is how you be in real life. It's not just about making a movie that at the end of the day it's not in real life. I used to wish that the movies that Bryan acts is always displayed in reality. Then no marriage will ever have problem. He's always ready to make his marriage work. He's always making sure that if he gets the wife angry, he tries as much as possible to work out the problem and then make everybody be at peace and love forever. Forever Us actually displayed itself in this movie. And Bryan later connected with his ex, and the ex offered to give him job since he was jobless and always at home, looking for a job. But when he connected with the ex offered to give him job, of which she did, connected him, and he got a contract. And Sonia Uche was scared of them having another child since he doesn't have a job and she's the only one working, putting food on the table. So she was scared of bringing forth a child that would become an expense to the family. But Bryan wanted his own child desperately. But Sonia Uche was given the reason that since she's the only one that works, there's no way bringing in child that will incur more expenses. You understand? So it was a kind of honest explanation, but everyone wants their own flesh and blood. And there's one thing I love Bryan in this movie that every human on earth should always adopt: the fact that he showed amazing love to this child, Sonia Uche's child, in spite of the fact that it was not his biological child. Though he adopted the child, it is expected of him to shower that unlimited love because it's his own. But there is this a thing missing, something that is not biologically yours. You can never have that complete, exceptionally love, because there is this thing, that this vacuum will always be missing in your heart towards that child. So he was feeling so bad when Sonia Uche said, I cannot give birth right now because of my job. I'm at the peak of my career, and the fact that you're not even having a job also worsens the situation. How are we going to cope if I get pregnant? So the whole thing was getting him all worked up and sad and angry. And I guess he was kind of like, okay, even with that kind of explanation, he still didn't stop showing Sonia and the child love, because he truly loved this movie. He truly loved Sonia Uche. There was no doubt. I really felt marriages should be like this. Honestly, I wish marriages should be like this. Men should just lower their ego, because in this movie, Bryan lowered his ego irrespective of anything. When he cheated with his ex, after this ex got him job, in appreciation, in everything, they ended off kissing, and that's really made the ex to keep calling him, thinking that yes, they can reconnect through that alone. And Sonia Uche later found out, because he was already behaving somehow, that yes, he felt guilty for cheating on her, and so he couldn't bring himself telling her. And the fact that again he was now being disturbed by the ex, he was already worked up and feeling very guilty. So how did Sonia Uche find out? They were eating, and he went to the kitchen to get a cup, and Sonia Uche stumbled on the chat where the lady was saying, is it because why you avoiding my call? Is it because we had a case and the rest of that? And Sonia Uche got mad, and that was the beginning of their happily moment in their marriage. But it took some time. Sonia Uche, how she behaves in movie, once you hurt her, she's always this kind of person, open-minded person and in this movie she was open-minded. Everything that was happening between her and her ex-husband, she was letting her husband know. So she felt really betrayed, because she was always telling you everything about her ex-husband. Anything he talked to her, he will tell you. But you had to meet with your ex, and you didn't feel like talking about it. You hid it, and your ex got you a job. He hid it, and you were just misbehaving. And Sonia Uche tried in this movie, because he was always like, you're off. Honestly, what's going on? Your character, everything, you're always moody, sad, stop. He constant call, but he was not picking. So there was a lot rooms for suspicion, but she endured, still asking him what could the problem be. She really tried in this movie, I really must confess, because not everybody would do that. She was so patient, and that was why she felt really hot when she discovered that he went with the ex and had one moment with her. So it was a very sad moment for Sonia Uche, but it was sad for some time and later came around. And one thing I will always give Bryan a thumbs up is that he's always trying so hard in every movie of his to make amends. Men with their ego, men cannot do this. Men have ego that they can never trade. They would rather even cheat on you and still want you to they will still be proud of cheating, in the sense that they will tell you it's a man's word. We can have as many wives as possible. We can cheat and get away with it. But in Bryan's movie, it's always like even if he cheats, he will try as much as possible to make his marriage work. I think men should learn from this, because if men should learn from this, marriages won't be having problems. Yes, men do cheat. There's no doubt about it. I can confidently tell you that men cheat. Yes, only few of them don't cheat. But those ones who love their wife, who really love their wife, will never cheat and let their wife know. But so he didn't handle that aspect of that, letting the wife know. He didn't handle it. What we would have done is to like go and tell the lady that please stop calling me. But she let, and the fact that he was not picking his call anytime the ex called him was a kind of a suspicion. Me, I will suspect too if it is me. So I think he gave room for all those things that happened. The loophole that later broke in their love and everything, the trust. Sonia Uche felt so, she said you broke her trust, and it's been difficult for me to like ever trust you again. But Bryan did amazing job. He never relented. He kept on begging and kept on begging and kept on begging till Sonia Uche agreed and accepted him back. And then he got the job finally, got the contract, and Sonia Uche was so happy because that was the ending. She was like, she's so excited for him for gotten that contract, and now is the rightful moment for us to make babies, you understand? So, and I believe he made a statement that I really love. Said that you made my day. Today is the happiest day for having broken this news that yes, it's high time we made our baby. But my own kind of worry is that with that love with the first baby, with that adopted child continue if his own real child happens to come in. Anyway, that was my worry. But anyways, I think he really, truly, really loved the girl. That's Sonia Uche's daughter, and he loves Sonia Uche so much as well. The movie ended very well, and they were so happy everly after. Well, this movie, I don't know if you have not seen it, then you're not doing yourself any good. Or go and say this streaming on Uche Brabo TV. Subscribe, watch, and comment nicely, and share to families, especially those who have married the second time and are trying so hard to make it work in their marriage. This movie is for you. Anyways, people, until I come again, don't forget that Bequest is still streaming on Sonia Uche TV. Don't forget to watch that after you must have watched Forever Yours, and then keep subscribing to Sonia Uche TV, and then following her in all her rightful handles. Thank you, my people. Till I come again, I'm your favorite direct Nolly.